In October 2025, the Russia-Ukraine conflict saw intensified fighting and significant developments on multiple fronts. Russian forces claim to have captured key settlements in the Zaporizhia region, including the liberation of Krasnogorskoye and control over the right bank of the Yanchur River, which led to notable losses for Ukrainian forces in personnel and equipment. Concurrently, Ukraine faced massive Russian rocket and drone attacks, including Kalibri, Kinjali, HK-22, and Girani, targeting critical energy infrastructure across western Ukraine, causing widespread power and water outages in regions such as Ivano-Frankivsk, Lviv, Vinnytsia, Kiev, and Dnipropetrovsk. The intense engagements in eastern Ukraine, particularly near Pokrovsk and Donetsk, involved small-scale infantry engagements facilitated by drone surveillance, leading to fluid and fragmented front lines. Ukrainian forces employed sabotage tactics to hinder Russian advances, maintaining resistance despite Russian claims of encirclement. Internationally, Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity remained a central focus, with calls for a just and lasting peace amid ongoing hostilities. In Odessa, local uprisings occurred against military-related centers, reflecting civilian resistance within occupied or contested areas. The overall conflict remains marked by high-intensity clashes, strategic territorial changes, and persistent disruptions to civilian infrastructure as winter approaches amid the protracted war. Over the past 2 months, more than 100,000 young Ukrainian men, aged 18 to 22, have left Ukraine, primarily crossing into Poland, following the relaxation of wartime travel restrictions by President Volodymyr Zelensky. This policy change, enacted at the end of August 2025, allowed younger men to travel abroad despite martial law, aiming to alleviate manpower shortages by lowering the conscription age from 27 to 25. The authorities hope this would encourage more men to return and volunteer to fight later, and deter families from sending their teenage children abroad prematurely. The departure rates surged significantly, with weekly crossings rising from about 19 to over 1,400 by October. Many of these young men have also moved to Germany, where asylum applications from Ukrainians in this age group increased sharply, causing concern among local authorities. The exodus reflects the continuing strain of the conflict on Ukraine's population and raises questions about the future availability of fighters amid ongoing hostilities. This phenomenon underscores both the human toll of the war and the challenges Ukraine faces in maintaining its defense forces while balancing individual freedoms and societal pressures. A popular uprising took place at the 7th Kilometer Market in Odessa, where people blocked others and overturned buses. The incident involved local resistance to the presence of the Territorial Center for recruitment or military-related personnel, leading to blockades and clashes. The market visitors and vendors actively protested, pushing out military personnel and temporarily blocking the police station nearby. The situation was calmed down after police intervention, with no serious injuries reported. The Russian army has completed the liberation of the settlement of Krasnogorskoye in the Zaporizhia region, marking the final stage of freeing the right bank of the Yanchur River. This operation was conducted by the Battle Group East, whose assault units raised the Russian flag in Krasnogorskoye after decisive actions secured over 5 square kilometers of enemy defense areas. The enemy suffered significant losses, including approximately a platoon of personnel, 4 armored vehicles, and 9 other military vehicles. This liberation forms part of a broader Russian advance in the region, where multiple settlements have been taken in recent days, along with heavy strikes on Ukrainian military infrastructure. The operation significantly weakens Ukrainian defense capabilities along this front line, contributing to Russia's strategic goals in the Zaporizhia. The recent massive attack involving unmanned kamikaze drones called Giran has caused multiple hits on a city, with local sources reporting at least 5 attackers identified. The explosions continue over the city without stopping. Simultaneously, attacks targeted temporarily occupied Zaporizhia and Dnipropetrovsk regions. In Zaporizhia, reports confirm that the Ukrainian forces were hit by an aviation bomb, classified as FAB, a type of aerial bomb, causing ongoing fire and damage to civilian infrastructure. In Dnipropetrovsk, the attack involved a long-barreled corrected aviation bomb, which is a precision-guided munition, often referred to as KAB, or similar types of glide bombs enhanced for longer range and accuracy. Monitoring channels and regional officials have confirmed air raids and bombings in these areas with various casualties and structural damages reported. These drone and bomb attacks reflect an ongoing pattern of Russian strikes using advanced aerial weapons, including kamikaze drones and guided bombs like FAB and KB. to target Ukrainian cities and temporarily occupied territories. These attacks generate continuous air raid alerts and are part of sustained military pressure. The FAB bomb is a classic high-explosive aerial bomb, sometimes upgraded with correction modules, while the corrected aviation bomb, used in Dnipropetrovsk, exhibits long-range precision strike capability. The Dnipropetrovsk Oblast is currently under attack by BPLA, unmanned aerial vehicle forces. Reports indicate that about 6 explosions have already taken place, with an active assault occurring near the local railway station. Video footage captures one of the drone flights hitting the area, contributing to ongoing damage and disruption. The situation remains tense, with continuous hostile UAV activity in the region. The term Dnieper Meridian likely refers to a strategic location or local landmark near the affected area. Russian attacks in the Donetsk region resulted in 2 fatalities and 7 injuries among civilians. Notably, Russian forces mistakenly shot at their own positions twice, killing 1 civilian and injuring another, causing damage to 3 multi-apartment buildings and a former cinema. In the Kryvyi-Rih-Pokrovsky district, the Russian army launched 3 KAB-250 bombs, killing 1 person and injuring 6, while damaging private houses and shops. In Kostiantynivtsi, 3 FPV drones attacked civilians, injuring 2 residents and damaging 2 cars. Additional shelling in Krasnotorsk, part of the Kramatorsk community, wounded 3 people and damaged 5 private houses and 1 car due to bombardment from the RSZV Smerch multiple rocket launcher system. In Sloviansk, attacks involving 3 BPLA Garon-2 drones destroyed 2 enterprises and damaged infrastructure within a local park. These incidents underline the ongoing severe humanitarian impact of military operations in the Donetsk region, with civilian casualties and extensive property damage. At around 10 on the 31st of October 2025, strikes targeted RSZV, multiple rocket launcher system, positions near Sloviansk. This attack is part of an ongoing intense battle in the region, where Russian forces are pressing towards Sloviansk, and Ukrainian officials have repeatedly urged civilians to evacuate due to the escalating hostilities. The strikes aim to degrade artillery capabilities in the contested frontline area amid heavy fighting and constant bombardment. The number of victims in the recent attacks in the Donbas region remains unchanged, with 17 people injured, including 6 children. This information was reported by the Donbas operative. During the night, the Orlov TCE, thermal power plant, in the city of Orel, was struck. This attack is part of ongoing strikes targeting critical energy infrastructure, aiming to disrupt power supplies and cause widespread outages in affected regions. In Donetsk, new Russian attacks resulted in 2 deaths and 9 injuries, according to the Donetska OVA. The air bomb strikes killed a 75-year-old man and injured 6 others, damaging a Mitaverhivku, multi-story building, and 3 private houses. In Kramatorsk, 3 drone strikes caused the death of an 82-year-old man and